They blew it. There were other issues the Democrats flubbed, which inflamed the opposition and depressed their base. The first big error was the Biden administration's blindness to the collapse of the immigration system and the chaos at the border. The second error was an overzealous misuse of law to punish Trump, the dominance of identity politics on the left, which made it push for all kinds of DEI policies that largely came out of the urban academic bubble, but alienated many mainstream voters.
Oh, CNN, now y'all want to report news. Now y'all want to report the truth. Now y'all act like y'all trying to get on the rest of the world's good side because you know that you guys are failing. It's quite interesting that y'all want to call out the Democrats for what they're doing, but yet at the same time, y'all were pushing their rhetoric as if it was true anyway. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure that you're following me on all the platforms you see above and below, and hitting this like button right here is how my content can consistently be recommended to you. It also helps push my content out in the YouTube algorithm world. And ladies and gentlemen, when you subscribe to the channel, make sure that you hit the bell notification right there. That way you will be notified when I post a video. You need to go on your phone into your settings, a little gear in your settings. Turn on notifications for YouTube, and that's how you should get notified when I post a video, because YouTube is saying it's not their fault. They're blaming you, of course. Anyway, guys, have to bring this to you guys because it's like, oh, now people want to be on our side. Now people want to, oh, you know, we think that all the Americans were actually right. Oh, we mainstream media news outlets who we were ripping people apart, telling Americans they're dumb if they're listening to people like Modern Renaissance Man and other podcasters. They're dumb if they're listening to the average Americans who are thinking they're dumb. They should only be listening to us. In fact, we would hope that these mainstream media and these major outlets like Facebook, YouTube, we would hope that we would give those executives and keep people like Ty Smith and other podcasters from speaking their mind and speaking their truth and all this. We don't want that. They should only get it from us. Now that they see that more Americans, and hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, more Americans are tuning in to podcasters, to regular people like me. They're tuning more into that than they are these news networks. Thank God. Yeah. See, always when they say what the devil meant for bad, God can turn around and make it good. A lot of people hate the internet. But look what happened. If it wasn't for people like me and anybody y'all think of that you follow, that you listen to besides me, if it wasn't for individuals like us bringing common sense to you guys, bringing these news stories to you guys, and then yet being able to hit you with perspectives and our reactions to it, giving common sense to these things, it helps bring people down. It helps ground you a little bit more instead of people being reactionary to what these news medias and these outlets are pushing out. But now it's kind of interesting that CNN them all of a sudden want to try to jump on board with wanting to tell the truth now. But at the same time, I'm not going to let them just slip up and get away with this because they played their part in it as well. Check this out.
Democrats lost the White House, the U.S. Senate, still waiting to see if Republicans will keep their majority in the House. If they do, that would put the GOP in the majority across all three powerful segments of the U.S. government. CNN host Fareed Zakaria is all over Democrats for losing.
They blew it. There were other issues the Democrats flubbed, which inflamed the opposition and depressed their base. The first big error was the Biden administration's blindness to the collapse of the immigration system and the chaos at the border. The second error was an overzealous misuse of law to punish Trump, the dominance of identity politics on the left, which made it push for all kinds of DEI policies that largely came out of the urban academic bubble, but alienated many mainstream voters.
Well, look, that all follows the backlash that Democrats are seeing. Democratic Congressman Seth Moulton particularly doubled down on his remarks protecting women's sports. He says his party is not capable of having open discussion.
You told the New York Times, quote, "I have two little girls. I don't want them getting run over on a playing field by a male or formerly male athlete."
And I stand by my position. You know, maybe I didn't get all the words exactly right. But the point is that the backlash I've received proves my point that we can't even have these discussions as a party. And we've got to be able to have these debates. But instead, we have a wing of our party that shames us, that tries to cancel people who even bring up these difficult topics, and frankly, shames voters.
Man, I feel like we're a fly on the wall inside the Democrats' big house. Goodness, so much tea. A New York Post op-ed reads this way: Democrats love to demand diversity, equity, and inclusion, but rush to exclude anyone they don't like. Play the race card to venomously hypocritical effect. And we've seen in women's sports actively destroy fairness and equality. Outkick founder Claire Travis. Well, I tell you what, I was shocked to hear Seth Moulton talk about they wouldn't even listen to him. Didn't he run for president at one point? The answer is yes.
Look, I think what you're now seeing, Harris, thanks for having me on, and congratulations to your Kansas City Chiefs on an unbelievable field goal block to stay undefeated yesterday.
I didn't know we were going there, but thank you.
They're never going to lose. They're never going to lose. But
We'll
look, the reality is Democrats are now willing to say in public what I bet you have heard many Democrats, and I certainly have heard many Democrats say in private for a long time, which is the far left wing of their party has destroyed the overall Democrat brand for many traditional Democrat voters. Whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's Tulsi Gabbard, heck, I was a Democrat voter until they started trying to tell me things that I knew to be objectively false, and I couldn't stand for it anymore. And I think there's a lot of rational, reasonable, persuadable people out there that are saying, hey, if you're going to tell me that a man pretending to be a woman should be able to win a women's championship, and that if Congressman Moulton there, who has 2 daughters, can't say what almost every dad in America believes, which is this is crazy, then what in the world are they standing for? That those ads that Trump ran, I thought sealed the deal for a lot of Latino, for a lot of Black, Asian, and white dads out there. This is crazy, and that's why I think you saw Trump just winning to such a degree with so many people who traditionally might not have supported him.
Look, as you put it, I never thought we'd see the day where people would start within the Democratic Party to say something that you can clearly see from the outside. They are navel-gazing. They only want their view in the room, which is why they couldn't hear Americans across the country saying, no, Bidenomics actually don't work. I mean, there was no way they could hear that if they won't even listen to people in their own party.
Oh, yeah, now you want to, if they, wait a minute, CNN, did y'all just literally say that the Justice Department was being weaponized against Donald Trump? What? I don't even believe y'all. Even though we know it did, I don't believe nothing y'all say. I'm just... It's over. I think it's going to take a while before any of these mainstream media outlets that have completely done nothing more than pushed out crazy rhetoric, crazy wokeism, pushed out crazy ideologies, pushed out the ridiculousness in these narratives to win the American people back. I think a lot of people are done with y'all, because as long as individuals like myself and other content creators, whether they be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it doesn't matter. We have our audience and we have people locked in. The word is spreading about different outlets like mine, okay? And people are going to be tuning in more to us because they're trusting. They see that we're not trying to deceive them. We're not trying to start nothing. We're just doing something that's called common sense. And a lot of times our audience feel like that we are the voice to the voiceless. We fight up against the machine. We fight up against censorship. We fought off against being like completely booted off of YouTube, silence for a week. All those things a lot of us have fought, all in the name of truth and righteousness, which they did not want. We are all about bringing us together in unity as long as the truth is being pushed forward. And a lot of these people are just making money off of propaganda. And based off of what we've seen, how America voted overwhelmingly red, it shows that the American people are pissed off, done, exhausted, completely over all the woke bullcrap. So for those of you that's part of the whole snow cone, color hair, social justice warrior, jellyback, sissified, entitled little brats, it's a wrap. You gonna cry, 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 cry. You gonna, yeah, it's a wrap. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you guys all think about this by putting it in the comments below after this video. Do you think that a lot of the left-wing media now know that a lot of people are not tuning into them anymore? They're lost ratings, they're losing money. Do you think we should forgive them? No. Y'all can say what you, no, I'm saying no. Do you think that they actually are just trying to get on this side because they know that the pendulum is swinging back the way of common sense? Whatever the case may be, you guys let me know what you think by putting it in the comment section after this video. Do not forget to do what you guys see in that cloud right there if you would, please. I really would appreciate it if you do it. The next video that I will be doing in chronological order will be up here. Things that I do as a mashup or mix-up variety on the channel will be here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.